Carlos here, and I want to talk about this 25 F350 I just bought. It's an XLT, and just want to run through a little bit of why I bought this one, why I paid for an XLT, and kind of like how I feel about it. So the truck I've been ripping around in is a 19 F350. It's pretty much the same spec. It's a weird spec, like it has bucket seats, like cloth bucket seats and a console, but it has halogen lights. And that's the main thing that bugs me about it. But I've actually been pretty impressed with these halogen lights. And you know, it's got power windows. I mean, power mirrors. It's got power folding mirrors. It's got power extending mirrors. It's got the exact same wheels. Every truck has the same wheels, like right up through the range. I got them to put these mud flaps on, just these cheapo mud flaps, because like my plans would of course be to go with Dually Design Co. wheels. And then my Duraflap mud flaps. That's kind of how I like to set it up. Some of the options this truck doesn't have is it has the chrome bumpers instead of paint matching. There's no LED. There's no side steps, but I feel like it allows me to get my own side steps. It has black. It doesn't have color match handles or chrome or anything. Same with all here, but these lights work. It's still got like a puddle light under it. So I felt like it was okay. This truck, compared to sort of the next Platinum or whatever, it's a $30,000 difference. Like, it's really hard to get in between with these things unless you order the truck or whatever. I'm sure there's some way, but it's seriously a $30,000 gap. In Canadian dollars, which I don't know if that even counts anymore, but in Canadian dollars, I got this truck for $91K, and honestly, you're 121 or something for. My buddy just bought a 24 Platinum for 123, so it's a pretty big gap. Like, you know, anyway, and I felt like it was cool to run with this. One thing that I want to mention here, this is the one thing that sparked me to doing this video, is that I just bought this truck like a week ago up in British Columbia. I'm now in Salt Lake City. I've already been down to Arizona, and I'm here in a couple days, in a week. I'm at about 3,700K. I have already fully filled this truck with DEF twice. So it's already been fully empty of DEF twice. When you're towing, these things drink DEF. And people try to like minimize that, I feel like. And it's a super serious thing that if you're going to tow with a new 6.7, you have to budget that into your fuel. So the fuel economy here, let's just take a look at kind of like how the dash looks on this thing. I got these super rad purple seats from Ray, from some kind of Bentley or something. But anyway, yeah, check. Okay, so it gives you all these functions, and you got to like go through them. But yeah, look at this. It's got you cycle it through here, and the info's up here actually. And we have traveled. Here it is. We've traveled, okay, I don't want to reset it. We've traveled 3,800 kilometers. We're getting 23 liters per 100, which isn't too bad. We're doing some good time too. Like, we're traveling at about, we're traveling between 110, 120 kilometers an hour. I usually travel around 112 kilometers an hour. We've got 51 hours on the thing. But yeah, we've been through 2 full tanks of DEF, like full fills of DEF, and that's something serious to think about. But yeah, I don't mind how it's laid out. I kind of like this cloth. I like how this seat is. It's only got one functionality, up and down and forward and back. Passenger seat has no power whatsoever, so that sucks because you're kind of sitting high for people like me who like to sit. I always sit on the floor. I always feel like that's the way to do it. But yeah, all I did to the truck was I just got these super aerodynamic rain visors put on, and the mud flaps, and that's it. My game plan with the headlights, what I've convinced myself to do with these headlights is to run. I'm going to stay with the halogen low beam, and I'm going to go with an LED high beam, and I'm going to go an LED on the fog lights. So that's my plan. Because they're different bulbs for everything, my game plan is LED, and then LED high beam, and halogen low beam. The halogen low beam, I don't have any issues with it. Like, it's cool. And I really struggle with people flashing me. I don't like being in the city and being so bright. The one thing I like about the LED lights on a Ford is you can shut them off because you have these side markers, so you can, in the night, these are your daytime running lights. And so in Canada, you can't just shut your lights off, right? So these guys on the LED ones stay lit, and you could drive around the city like that, and it's a little bit more like palatable for everybody around you. But that's why I'll leave the halogen low beams, because I just can't stand dealing with that all the time. And with towing, with the weights changing in the trailer, it's like sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down, so it's just better to leave it like that. But yeah, I'm happy with the truck. I do feel like for this truck, I want to get an EGT sensor because it feels, there was a moment where I was climbing yesterday loaded, and I felt I couldn't tell when I needed to come out of the throttle, and so I slowed down, but the truck started to make all those noises where it sounds like a high idle sort of thing, but it's the fan kicking in. It started getting hot. I was watching my oil temperature. I was watching my transmission temperatures. The transmission didn't get over 100, and the engine oil was like 110 or so, but the transmission temperature sits at 91, 92 just all the time, and the engine oil doesn't really come below 90 either. So I don't know. I'd look for advice on how to do all that kind of stuff. I'm also looking for advice on the headlights, and I'm looking for side steps. Try to figure out how to do that. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out how to live with this truck, and I'm an old truck guy. I really struggle with DEF. Like, I really struggle with emissions and all that kind of stuff. I like deleted trucks. I'm trying to play by the rules, but it's tough because you feel like you're kind of always getting, you're always getting it. So anyway, this is my new 25 F350 Dually, and this is what it looks like. Also, it needs bags. I don't even have anything heavy in here. I'm just hauling Porsches right now, and it's already, you can see it squats. My 19 had for some reason the back end was tall on it, and it would sort of sit high when it was unloaded, and then when I would load it, it would just sit perfect. But this one's gonna need bags, so I'll put bags in the back of it. And then the bags I get are always pack brake out of Abbotsford, BC. So anyway, here we go.